let's get going. So, false alarm. I said OfferPad was going to be at our meeting today, and they're not. They apparently want to change it till next week, and I didn't know about it. So, false alarm on that, but that's okay. We got plenty to talk about. So, let's go ahead and share screens and get started. What's going on here? All right, here we go. Tuesday, April 6th of 2021. We are officially in quarter two.
Wow.
And guys, when I show you the stats in a minute, I'm just blown away. We are blessed, 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 blessed.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it does. All right. I like these quotes this morning. Welcome to the second quarter of 2021. And let's work under the assumption that the real estate market is going to remain steady and strong. It's our job to participate. Think about following these ideas as you progress. Your main competitors are not others in your industry. Your main competitors are the distractions that you deal with. Don't let them win. Boy, that could not be more true. And it's amazing. You know, I talked to a lot of you throughout the weeks, and those of you that are busy are really busy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, really busy. And the rest of you that we're not talking to, you're not really busy. So what's the difference? Some people are participating. Some people are participating. Some people are not. The stories are incredible. I did 2 boat tours this week. I did one Saturday with Kalani and one yesterday with Andy. All right. Third party stories. We talk about this all the time. This is the stuff you need to be talking about as well. All right. The couple yesterday was from, oh God, where were they from?
Away.
No, it's relevant. They're from, oh God.
East
See,
Coast, West
52
Coast.
years old, losing my mind.
East Coast, West Coast.
Malibu. Malibu was Saturday. It's Malibu. So my story is, we live here and we know that's a $400,000 house.
Mm-hmm.
They live someplace else, and a $400,000 house is nothing like that.
Las Vegas. That's what Vicky said.
It was Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Las Vegas is crazy too. So these people are coming from other areas looking at our price ranges. I mean, guys, Las Vegas is in the desert.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yep.
You don't just put your boat in the water and go for a ride in a $400,000 neighborhood. Now there's no $400,000 waterfront homes anymore, but there were a year ago. So we hold that in our heads, but the people coming from out of town don't have that thought. So they see a house for $1.4 million that we think, oh my God, that was $1.1 million house. Now it's $1.4 million. They say it's $1.4 million. They don't know any different. And they're bringing in cash and they're bringing in stuff. It's crazy the way it works. Number 2, the scariest moments are always just before you start, but you have to start. I remember my 28-year-old getting the business 5 years ago and literally quivering to pick up the phone to call an expired listing. But you got to do it. It took her like 45 minutes, but she did it. Self-confidence is a learnable skill, just like operating your computer or riding a bicycle. You develop it with practice. Self-confidence is important when you're showing and listing. A bad attitude can literally block love, blessings, and destiny from finding you. Don't be the reason you don't succeed. Ooh, I like that one too. A good coach will make his or her players see what they can be rather than what they are. Those are good words, right? Mm-hmm. All right. Let's go. Here we go. This is my favorite part of the meeting right here. We are down to 154 active listings from 160 last week. This is scary, just so you know. However, you guys took 224 listings last month. And this tight market, that's insane. Congratulations. And of the 224, 190 are already sold. This is not normal, just so you know.
That's amazing.
It's amazing. 190 of 224 listings taken in March are already under contract or closed. In March, we did 295 sales for $2.9 million in open GCI. Remember, I've told you this, $2 million was a good month. 2.9 million is a great month. Incredible. This is the beginning of the spring selling season, which we missed last year. And then for fun, I added up closings for this month that we know about, because we got extended till yesterday for the cutoff, 233 closings for $2 million in gross commissions. Great month. Pending to close by the end of March, we still have 62 units that are pending to close in March, which means you guys have to get them extended or canceled quickly. But that could have been a $2.6 million month with all those closed, and some of them might have, we just don't know yet. And then our goals, well, let's see, pending by end of year, 519 units I'm pending right now. We have what, 154 active listings and 519 pending contracts. That's almost 4 to 1. Crazy. And in quarter one, it looks like we closed 560 units, and we're not to our busy time yet. So that was a fantastic quarter one. I'll show you history of that later. Okay, let's hear from Tiffany from Paramount Title real quick. Tiffany, I know you're here.
I am. Here we go. Hey guys, just wanted to go over real quick. You guys are killing it. It is such a crazy market and you guys are rocking it. I see your signs out everywhere when I'm driving around, and congratulations. And then secondly, just want to make sure everyone remembers that on Thursday, we do have our training, 8:30 to 9:30. We're going to go over the life of a contract once we get it over here at Title. So that way we can, just kind of clarify how it works with us on our end, answer any questions that you guys might have, alleviate some stress that sometimes, it causes when we want to try to move something up. Can we do that? When can we do that? When can we not? That kind of thing. So we're looking forward to that. And we're looking forward to the Food Truck Friday.
Cool. So let's confirm that's 8:30, because I thought you were doing it. That's perfect. Because
Yep,
the beach
8:30 to 9:30.
Okay. So Mike, will you just let Tiffany start that meeting? Because I'm going to be at the beaches for the awards. So on Thursday.
Ought to do that.
Okay. Very cool. Thank you, Tiffany. Hey
No
guys,
problem.
my goal with the title company is always to get to 100 orders. And we got to 92 last month.
Woohoo.
That's pretty cool. So we're going to go for 100 this month. We've never done that before. So first time for everything. Very cool. All right. Before I get to back to my agenda. Okay, so we don't have Paramount. Let's talk to our managers. We talked about this yesterday. Here was the thought. We're going to go around the room and ask, if you were rebuilding your life and you get parachuted into Arizona, never lived there before, and you had to start a real estate business, what would you focus on? Right? You're starting all over. You have all the knowledge you have right now. What would you personally, as a manager, focus on to start to grow your business? Let's start with Kathleen.
Good morning, everybody. Well, if you are going to be parachuted over to a state that you never worked in before, it won't be word of mouth. It's going to be prospecting. And I was thinking about this last night. There's like 16 different ways you can prospect. You would want to get started by developing a schedule. You're going to get out and about, and you're going to start going into the area and do what's called farming, otherwise door knocking, prospecting. You're going to do social media. You're going to be hunting for real estate leads to generate a long-term business. You're going to be engaging community events. You're going to be setting up a website, of course, making sure in addition to whatever one you already have, you're going to be setting it up on LinkedIn, Realtor.com, and so forth. You're going to be on social media, Twitter, Pinterest, Facebook, and because you can find lots of leads on Facebook, at least 5 or 10 a year minimum. Think about hosting. You would be hosting different types of programs online. Let's say that you're really, really good in art, because you want to bring a hobby, you want to bring a personal touch into this and not be hammering people over the head just real estate. So you need something that has a nice round effect. Why not host an online course or seminar, let's say on chalk paint, refinishing furniture. I did that when I relocated to Sarasota because I didn't know anybody here. And with my background, I was putting people in prison, so I had no sphere. I had judges and attorneys, but from another area. So what do? You start being creative. You look at different ways to reach out to people. It really does work. So think about a hobby that you really love and teach it. Reach out to your PTAs. You would go to your schools, local schools. On another big one, well, two more big ones, and I won't suck up all the time. You reach out to the local HR companies for the big organizations, both online and in person. Your banks, your local attorneys, your local schools, universities, all of that. Your HOAs, your condominium associations. What we're getting at here is it's a host of prospecting, and you have to think outside the box in a lot of different directions. That's it.
Sorry, I was muted. I said that was a mouthful. The idea was you're parachuted in. What I want to get to is the point of focus, right? Because no matter what, I mean, if you have so many options, Kat, you just listed 16 things, right? But you can't do all 16 really, really well. So Chris, you're parachuted into Arizona. You've never lived there before. You got to get some real estate business. What are you going to focus on?
I would focus on strategic farming. So I think, and that's basically what some of the plans that we've been working through and working on. So I would use a tool like Remind to identify different groups of people in a specific farm. So I had a strategic message for each of them, and I would go out and knock on everybody's door and talk to them and deliver a message that was relevant to them, that I could provide them some value, because we see it all time and time again. Whenever you're able to provide someone with value, the law of reciprocity says they have to give you something back, and they typically do. So I would go out and just do some strategic farming, make phone calls, door knocks to all of the different groups or carts of people that I have in Remind, like absentee owners, high sales scores, and time of ownership, equity, things like that. And then I would also focus on the expired, canceled, not relisted. So once a week, I would have a message for a group, and then the next month, do the same thing over again until you get a listing. And then once you get a listing, tell everybody about that listing and hold it open as often as you can, telling everybody about the open house until it sells. And once it sells, go tell everybody about the listing you just sold.
Wow. That is amazing. Very cool. And that's exactly how we grew this company, by the way. Pretty cool. Deborah, you're parachuted into Arizona. You're muted. There you go.
Good morning, everyone. Well, I will do what I did when I
I hear
came
it.
here in 2002. Can you hear me?
Yeah, but now we can.
Okay. I would do what I did in 2002 because it still works. Farming is key to everything, but in essence, you have to figure out who you're going to talk to face to face, belly to belly. This is a relationship business. There's many different things you can do, but what's going to be most effective? Number one, a farm is awesome. You should get up and set up a farm and find an area in a farm that is going to feed you well, and you're going to want to stay in for a long time. You're going to marry that farm. I preach this all the time. The other thing I would do, I would only do two focuses. Who else needs to sell? For sale by owners. I would really get all the for sale by owners I possibly can in the range that I want to be in and go after them, because they already have to sell. Why not focus on them? You're canceled. If we're talking about right now, you're canceled, not relisted as another main source of business, because they already needed to sell. They canceled because more than likely because of coronavirus, and we're too afraid. They're getting ready to get out there and start listing again. You need to get out and contact them, and the resources are there. Those are the three things I'd focus on, because everybody needs to sell at one point or another, and your farm's going to feed you for a long time. So you're working on long-term business and short-term business. That's what I would do.
Wow. Like it. Joe Diener, you're parachuted to Arizona. You got to start a real estate business. What are you going to do to get some business?
Well, I have some firsthand experience, because that's exactly what happened to me when I moved to Tampa. I knew how to get from my apartment to the office, and that's basically what I knew at Tampa. So what I did, first of all, is I went to every broker's open every Wednesday in South Tampa. And one of those reasons was I wanted to get to know the inventory of South Tampa, but I also wanted to meet the agents, because South Tampa is a very small area. And I had 4 years experience in selling in real estate. So I wasn't new coming in the area, but the area was new to me. So I had to learn and understand why West Shore might be different than Palmacia. And so it was a learning process for me. And it all looked the same to me. You know, I mean, South Tampa is very, you know, eclectic. So I had to learn that business. Open houses. I did open houses every weekend, trying to build my sphere, trying to build, you know, my, you know, what I could get as a buyer, hopefully. And at the time we had a lot of REOs. So the REO agents were like, yeah, go ahead, go sit on an open house, no big deal. And so, you know, we did that because that was 2007 and 8, right? So it was really bad. Of course, I did the farming. They're the two biggest things, but also I also at the same time got involved in the relocation effort. And that was about a year or so after I was down here, so that I could, you know, have some kind of, you know, today you have Op City, you have a lot of other areas to start building your business and your clientele and your past clients. And so they're the three big things that I had to add to what has already been said.
I like it. Good job. What about Ashley's going to say?
OGR, AGR?
Maybe.
I just figured I'd shock you with that. It's kind of funny that you picked Arizona. My mom just bought a house there. Who knows? I might go visit one day. I wanted to piggyback off of Kathleen's amazing speech, talking about the HR opportunities with different businesses, and I somewhat do that now. So even on my desk, I have this 5-star current list of companies, and just reaching out to them. Also knowing who is moving people in and out of the community, but also getting to know those people that are the business owners and how you can help them, whether they're a small business or a large opportunity, then I would definitely be reaching out to the business owners. So, and OGR, AGR.
You had to say it. What about Mike's going to recommend?
Just definitely not social media. Whatever you do, do not use social media in any way, shape, or form. No, so for me personally,
for you, Mike, we were leaving that for you.
Don't let that down. Don't let Craig write
if it was me, just based on what I know, right, I of course would stick to social, but I would do kind of in two ways. I would do one focused on documenting me moving there and all the cool places I was now learning about, right? I think one thing we can all agree on is we live in a very beautiful area here in Tampa Bay. However, I see friends and who just moved here post stuff in community groups all the time because they just moved here and they're exploring and they're finding things that I didn't even know existed. And I've lived here for how many years? So I think sometimes fresh eyes bring new experiences. So I would go and I would start experiencing everything the area had to offer and documenting it along the way, which I think would expose myself to the new community. But also I would be going to every small business, every school, and offering my services to help them do an interview, document it and video and record it and post it out. Because by doing that, I'm entrenching myself in the community. I'm getting to know people in the community, influencers, local businesses, restaurants, popular places. And so naturally, I'm starting to build my sphere that way. And I have something that they want, right? Which is exposure to new people. I know people they don't know. They know people I don't know. And so that is a very powerful relationship if it's leveraged properly. So that's what I would do.
That makes sense too. Look at all the great ideas. What about Otis Bass? He's hiding there somewhere.
Hey, good morning. Within a month, I would align my business with the brokerage that was well connected. Because I don't know anyone in Arizona, so I want to align my business again with a brokerage that does have connections and they're well connected with the city and then whatever metropolitan I was in. Then I would sign up with every BPO company that I know of, so that way I can start getting paid while I do CMAs and BPOs. And then from there, I have a lead source for distressed properties before they hit the market. And then I'd find investors to work with that would be interested in flipping those homes. And so those three things: find a brokerage that's a very well connected brokerage. I would sign up with as many BPO companies as I could, and then I'd find an investor that would be interested in those BPO distressed homes.
Where would you find that investor?
That would be within a month. I'd find it somehow, some way. I got a month in Arizona. I'm going to cross paths with as many people as I can. But
Mhm.
sometimes you can just drive around, and if you see building or new construction or whatever the case, just call the sign. They're generally looking for property. And so,
Yep.
like, you know, you can find a lot of builders out there and just connect with them. And then sometimes they'll have someone that they can share with you. But those would be my 3 top things I would do. From there, yeah. And then if I had too much time on my hands, I'd start visiting assisted living facilities, and I would have start visiting attorneys and telling them I can get EPOs for them as well.
Interesting perspective. I love it. Jeff Beggins, you're parachuted into Arizona. You got no real estate business. You need to make some money to support my niece and nephew. What are you going to do?
To tag on what Otis just said, first I would find the most established brand with a name, because I don't have one, right? And I would leverage the hell out of it. And I would see who that was that could support me from a listing perspective, because I have no sphere, nobody. So I could just come out of the blue, but nobody would know me. So I'd have to leverage the brand. And then I would go 100% on for listings, and no shock to anybody what I would say. I would find investors who own pieces of property that don't live in them, because they're the easiest to say yes, the easiest for me to connect with no sphere. They probably don't need a referral because I actively prospected them, and I could do my meetings via Zoom no matter where they live. So I would just not even let the fact that I'm brand new even touch me, because my company is not brand new, and would just focus on the listing side. And then that would launch me. As soon as I get a listing, then you know what we can do. I could do Facebook events, I could do open houses, I could have fun. But the whole key would be get that listing first. And the simplest way, knowing nobody, would be to find somebody who doesn't know anybody there anyway, and that's a person who lives out of town. So that's it. That's all I would do. I would wash, rinse, and repeat, and I'd be the top listing agent there in a quarter.
Well, there you go, guys. There's the one way to grow your business. No, there's no one way to grow your business. There's a bunch of ways to grow your business. And every one of those would work if you did what?
If you
Focus
work.
on it. But
Focus.
every one of you talked about going to work, and it was all talking to people in some way, shape, or form, mailing them, Zooming them, Facebooking them, social messaging, whatever it is. Focus, focus, focus. Good job, Julia. You got it. Cool. I thought that was fun. With 193 people online right now. Very good. All right, back to the agenda. Thank you, guys. That was good. All right. This is the remainder. Consumer-facing videos. Mike sent out some videos yesterday to all of you to see. I don't know if you took the time to look at them or not, but I'm going to play you one of them now for a minute. Where would that be? I had it open. Hold on. There we go.
I'll be there to help you. I'll be right there by your side every time. I will be your shelter when you need a place to hide. Ooh. I'll be there for you. I'll be there for you. I'll be your helping hand, a constant friend for you.
Pretty slick, right? So Mike, what would you expect us to do with something like that? I mean, that was very nice of you to do. I think it's very cool, very powerful, very related relative to what we're doing. But what's your thought about that?
Yeah, I mean, so we're gonna be using them at the brokerage level. We launched 2 campaigns yesterday, just as a branding, just to continue to create awareness for the brokerage and amongst consumers in the marketplace. So figured we might as well share them with our agents too. If you want to, the whole reason we shared the drive with you is so that you can actually go in and download the actual video and then upload it right into your own social channels. So feel free to go in, use those videos, post to your sphere. It's all just about continuously branding yourself and reminding them that we're here for them, right? And they're gonna, when they need you, you want to be the one that they call. And that's kind of the whole point, is just stay top of mind. So feel free to use them in any way that you want.
Let's put a
Awesome
call to
job,
action out
Mike.
there too.
Really appreciate all the work.
Well done, Mike. That's fantastic.
I think it is fantastic. So would you like it if the agents did things like this and sent you pictures so you had them for future videos?
Yeah. So just to touch on that real quick, one thing that as we were going through it, I started with our top agents, obviously, because they earned the right to be in that video. What I will tell you is, if you are a top agent and you do not have a picture of a client in that video, it is likely because you did not have one or a very good. So one thing I did discover in making this video is we are not doing a great job of documenting our success and telling the stories. I know Chris has been hammering this with his agents. Tell the story, right? You worked hard to get the transaction. Tell the story, post a picture, tell them about it, because when I was seeing through, we either didn't have them or they weren't very good. So as you get transactions, make sure we're posting, make sure we're telling that story. So that way I'm going to continue to create different pieces of content along these same lines. And I want to be able to, obviously we can't have 400 agents in a 30 to 60 second video, but I want to continuously mix in different agents. So if you want your picture or your clients in any of these videos, we have to document it and we have to have good photos to use. So just keep that in mind.
Well, just a thought, how cool would it be if every listing or sale or buyer sale you did, if you took photos of them, walking through the house when they said they loved it, photos at their inspection, photos at the walkthrough, photos at the closing table, like the ones you saw there, and then put a short little video like that together and sent it to your consumer. How long did that take you to do, Mike? If you had all the photos and just had the music over, how long would it take you to put something like that, a quick slideshow together?
Oh, not long at all, especially like with some of the technology that's out now. I mean, there's several apps that can do it. If you have an iPhone, iMovie, you can even do it in. And quite honestly, if you have the photos, send them to me. I'll do a quick video for you, right? It'll take me a few minutes to do it. And we have the rights to the music. So
Yeah.
I have a big platform with, everything from feature songs all the way down. So, those songs you heard, we're licensed to use those songs, which is important, because if you go to post, these types of videos without that license, they'll actually stop you. So it's important that we have that. So I'll do the video for you. I just need the photos. I don't have the time to go search the content and put it all together for you. But if you send me the photos, I'll do it for you.
I think that would
Awesome, Mike. So all they do is have to send you the photos and it's taken care of.
to see.
I think it's
Yeah.
awesome.
Love to see so many of these videos with your clients all over your social media and your Facebook. That would be absolutely amazing.
I think to Jeff's point, though, you're part of the brokerage, and Mike said we're doing a crappy job of demonstrating our successes. We're big stuff, right? We're doing hundreds of sales a month. Most brokerages don't do hundreds of sales in a year, right? It's a different class of animal right now. We're not taking responsibility for it. So brag about it. And if you don't have your own past clients, use ours, because we're one company. So do that. Sharing screen again. So anyway, that was very good. Thank you, Mike. So you guys, you have that data in your drive. So download it and use it. I'm going to embarrass myself in my home warranty situation just to show you how true it is. So I bought a house that Sammy's living in. Guess what happened 2 weeks after she moved in? Water heater. People didn't take care of it. It was 10 or 12 years old. $1,800 repair bill. 2 weeks later, guess what happened? Air compressor and the air conditioner out, $450. So there I'm out $2,200. If I had a home warranty, I'd be out $200, right? Myself, the broker for the company, didn't buy a home warranty and got his ass kicked. And your customer's doing the same thing, because you're just pushing the decline form rather than trying to sell them a home warranty, and it would work for them. Top workplaces 12 years in a row. That's a big deal, guys. Talk about it, right? Post it. We got social media stuff. I think, Susie, if you're listening, I think you are. Let's make sure we get the graphics out to the agents to post in their signature lines and stuff like that. Tiffany talked about the training on Thursday, which is great. I want to remind you that Knock is a new organization and you're supposed to get certified, trained for them. And if you push that off and you haven't done it yet, this is a gentle nudge reminder to say, remember to get your Knox certification. This is so cool. So yesterday, Jeff and Mike and I did script training with our virtual assistant in the Philippines named Allie. And I just got a text from Allie this morning saying, good morning, ready to go to work. And she's calling. Guess what she's calling? Absentee owners. And she's calling to see. So Jeff, you have anything you want to report? We had a lead yesterday, didn't we?
You know, I didn't get on that group me text, so Puma, I want to talk to you about that later. Just get me on there. But yeah, I'll tell you what, it was a lot of fun coaching her because we interviewed several really salespeople to do this, and she was the most coachable, but still had the upswings, still didn't get the mirror and matching, still couldn't figure out how to communicate. And we spent about an hour with her, right? Just nonstop role plays and just tweaking and stopping and getting her lows down and getting her energy and attitudes going. And I think coached up her skill set quite a bit because, guys, it's the experience, right? It's the experience. And, you know, we have 3 seconds to connect over the phone, guys, and it's not easy. So to really work that, it just reminded me about what we're going to spend some more time on in Next Level U is making sure you guys really go back to the fundamentals and the basics of how to actually earn that trust and connect with people right off the bat, because you have 3 seconds to make an impact or get hung up on. So that was a great reminder, and I had a lot of fun with that. So I'm looking forward to her getting us great leads.
I just want to point out that she is still far from executing it the way that I would want it to be fully executed, right? And but she's doing a great job. She came a long way. And we had a lot of technology problems when she got started yesterday. So she probably didn't really start calling until maybe 2 o'clock our time. At 4:43, we get a lead that says, Christopher Bryan is interested in selling his property, currently renting it out, and would like to know more about how we can help. Reddington Beach, right? So within 2 hours, she probably hadn't even made that many phone calls. Boom, one already done, right? So, I mean, that's the power if you just do it.
Yep. And just for fun, so we gave her one of our Ring Central phone numbers. So she's calling from a Century 21 office when she calls. So it's not going to spam, just like you guys can do. Make your calls, make your contacts. She got a lead in 2 hours for a seller. I mean, that's anyone who wants to sell their house. So, you know, raise your hand, guys. If you want these leads, you know, sharpen up your listing presentation, because we're going to expect, just like I'm telling you, I've been talking about for weeks, it's raw conversion. Those of you who can close a lead are going to get leads from us. If we're going to take a referral fee, you can always hire your own virtual assistant too. Hire a virtual assistant of the things, train them and take it, and then don't worry about referral fees. But there's ways to get business out there, and it's all about talking to people. So we're going to try new things. Save the date, 4/23, Q4 and Q1 top agent luncheon at the Tradewinds Hotel. Be a nice social gathering for all of us together again. That'd be fun. Looking forward to that. And then that beginning of that week, the 19th, the 20th, and the 21st is Next Level University, which will be a good time for all. We've got the topics out. We're still putting the schedule together, but that will be, you know, pretty much 6 or 7 hours a day of content that's going to be marketed. Puma's already generating leads from the online attendee event.
18 badass sessions, guys, that are super relevant and different. We got the core fundamentals down, but we've got some really, really, really great topics to get you guys to the next level. So find your sessions and book them.
Yeah, Puma, did you send out a link to register for these classes, or where do they do that at?
Yeah, you can do it on Bagans Agents, but I sent out a link as well. But if you go to bagansagents.com, you'll see the link, and a bunch of our friends have already registered. So once you go in, you can register, and then you'll build your own itinerary. So you do not have to attend all of them, but you do need to register for each one that you want to attend. So when you're building your itinerary, you just go in, you select the one you want to attend. And then once you do that and click submit, you will receive a calendar invite shortly thereafter for each of those events. That way it's at your calendar and you're all set and ready to go.
Perfect. I know we give you guys a lot, but take advantage of it. Sarasota Awards on the 15th, Apollo Beach Awards tomorrow on the 7th, and Gulf Beaches on Thursday morning on the 8th. So please show up for that. We'd love to see you there. Apollo Beach having a food truck event with Paramount Title and Banco ZK on Friday from 11 to 2. I want to remind you that Angelique sends out a reminder of what happened last week in trainings and what's happening this week, so you know what's going on. So please take a look at that. RPR is the Realtors Property Resource. Lisa has been our sales rep for them for a long time, and they just redid their site. So she's going to come to do a class with us and tell us what's new on RPR. So that's coming soon. I talked about raw lead conversion. You've heard me say, I'll go into that again. And then welcome to our new associates. So that's in my inbox, which is right here. Boom, 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 boom. Here's your training last week. Introducing BegginsRealEstate.com with Jeff and Mike on Monday. Real life real estate on our business meeting. Quarter 2 planning with Chris was really good last week. Capturing market share with Craig and Deb last Thursday. This week coming up, I got to get Angelique to change Thursday to the Paramount Title Real. Perfect. We're good. Boom, boom, boom. Here's Dwayne Hughes and I talking about me confessing I did buy a home warranty for myself. That was embarrassing. Oh, this was what I want to show you. RPR. Here we got time. If you haven't seen this yet.
If you don't want thinning hair, be careful about your shampoo.
Yeah.
No matter what hair growth products you use, your thinning hair is an improvement.
Maybe I should cancel.
Dear Realtor, we heard you. You've been asking for a simplified RPR experience. So we've done just that. We've reorganized the layout on your homepage, increased the white space, the font size, the imagery. So with every login, you can just focus on what's necessary. Residential and commercial properties are now searchable from one area because, well, let's face it, a realtor should have quick access to any property at their fingertips. And to ensure faster productivity, well, we've created shortcuts to your most powerful tools. And now you can keep an eye on your market areas right on your homepage and view what you want the way you want it. And that's really what this is all about. You. Because when we're helping you live out your purpose of wowing clients and closing more deals, we're living out ours. Sincerely, RPR.
So anyway, I know another friggin' tool, right? But it's knowledge. Knowledge is power. Lisa reached out. She saw our top workplaces thing and sent me an email. And I said, hey, then there's new stuff going on with RPR. She goes, yeah. I want you to do a class with me. She says, okay. So we'll get some heads-on information for that pretty soon. Okay, Daniel Brienza. Welcome to the Brandon team. Daniel's a licensed realtor with a decade of marketing experience with a degree in business from the University of South Florida. Daniel generated over $10 million in revenue for his marketing clients. He's also a proud Navy submarine veteran with a 14-year career in nuclear engineering. Wow. Let Daniel put his marketing expertise to work for you. Listening to his clients' needs and wants, he'll put his marketing and negotiating skills to work to get his clients their best deal on their current home and their next step. Nice job. Welcome, Daniel. I talked to a couple of agents about this the other day and said, do you guys like when I cover this? And they go, yeah, we do, because, you know, we have all these offices and all these people that don't interact and see each other all the time. And we're hiring some pretty high quality people. So I just want you guys to know that. So very good. Julia Fanning has just joined the South Tampa team. Julia has a transition from being a rock star on the stage to a rock star in real estate. The singing realtor closed almost $8 million in her first year of real estate. Julia's fun and outgoing personality is complemented by her tenacity, attention to detail, and negotiating skills. She takes the time to get to know her clients. She listens to their real estate needs and shows them a plan on buying or selling their homes so that they can be comfortable and confident with. Although a native of Washington, D.C. area, Julia is the lover of all things Florida. So whether you're already in the Tampa Bay area or considering relocating or purchasing a second home, Julia will treat you and your real estate journey with excitement, enthusiasm, and the utmost professionalism. With over a decade of experience performing on stage, her charisma and charm will certainly add to your home buying or selling experience in the most positive way. The Singing Realtor. So welcome to Julia. This was just interesting because I want to make sure we're still talking about Century 21, and Mike did a good job on this one. So just give me 2 seconds here. This is incredible numbers.
For us, this year, Century 21 Real Estate is celebrating 50 years as the originators of the real estate franchise model. Built by entrepreneurs, for entrepreneurs, trailblazers, and innovators. We're looking to transform the industry with a passion and entrepreneurship with unsurpassed expertise in helping families achieve the dream of homeownership. A half a century of nothing halfway. A global network of collaborative and relentless entrepreneurs, 145,000 sales professionals in over 13,000 offices in 86 countries, delivering the extraordinary experience to real estate consumers worldwide and driving Century 21 on the road to innovative leadership. And more importantly, making a difference in people's lives and their communities where we work and live. Now, let's take a look at the housing market with the communities that you guys serve, with data from the most recent existing home sales report by the National Association of Realtors. Existing home sales declined in February following 2 prior months of gains, according to NAR. Total existing home sales decreased 6.6% from January to a seasonally adjusted annual rate of 6.22 million in February. Sales in total climbed year over year, up 9.1% from a year ago. The good news, NAR added, is that the market is still outperforming pre-pandemic levels. Home prices, on the other hand, continue to rise. The median price for all housing types in February was $313,000, up almost 16% from February 2020. And prices rose in every single region. February's national price jump marks 108 straight months of year-over-year gains. Total housing inventory amounted to 1.03 million units, equal to January's inventory and down almost 30% from a year ago.
Crazy.
Unsold inventory sits at 2 months supply at the current sales pace.
0.6 for us.
From January's 1.9 month supply and down from the 3.1 months that we saw in February 2020. We know how important real estate ownership is to people's financial and overall well-being, to how it drives economies and helps to build wealth for generations of families. And we look forward to helping global consumers reach the real estate outcomes that they deserve and desire. For the Relentless at Century 21, we look to transform this industry from transactional to experiential, building value and trustworthy relationships with clients and customers, and earning the highest quality service ratings in the industry. Consumers demand and deserve a partner who understands the impact of real estate ownership and one who will go above and beyond and give them 121% to secure the asset that brings with it pride, community, equity, and generational wealth. That partner is Century 21. Until next time, be safe, and we'll see you next month.
Oh, stop it. So just a few words on that. I think for me, being a part of Century 21 is important. You know, we do our own thing. We're part of Beggins Enterprises, we're part of Century 21, but the three together, you, Beggins Enterprises, and Century 21, is such an unstoppable pattern. But we all have to take advantage of the tools, the systems, the knowledge, and the resources. right? We're not an island. I think the first quote when I open up today says, our competition is not our competition. Our competition is us, right? So we're just trying to better what we do. And I think we need to leverage the fact that, we have a partner like Century 21 and take advantage of what they're doing. A big deal, 50 years is a long time. And we've attained a lot. And just to hear him say 86 countries and 183,000 salespeople and all that type of stuff. I mean, that's just stories. Have that information, keep that knowledge in your head and spit it out and talk about it. People don't know. Even our little company here with 3,000 transactions a year. When you tell that to a customer, they're blown away. I talked to a seller the other day and I told them we had 300 sales last month. They said, what? They had no idea a company our size was doing 300 sales in a month. Talk about it. That's why we have hot sheets and stuff. Deb just reminded Sun City's meetings on the 22nd. I didn't have that confirmed, but now I know. April 22nd. Got it. Training recap, new RPR, Realty Advantage. Welcome to our new associates. I did that. Leads are way down, but we had, well, actually they're not way down. Look at Century 21 outperforming everybody. 95 leads versus 48 for Up City. I don't know what the hell has happened, but century21.com has been producing all kinds of inquiries. And if you guys are not redballed, you're going to get up for those opportunities before Ojo gets them. And if not, Ojo's going to get them, work them, and send them back to us. So we got a whole little system coming here and it's working really well. So let's keep that going. Relocation, a little slow this week. Up City down from 63 to 48. Walk-in call-ins, 9, 31 sign calls. Those are big. 16 Zillow beta leads, way down from the previous month. Social ad engine, nobody's playing that game right now. We're missing some opportunities there. After hours calls doubled. So people are just trying to reach us. I missed the birthday email list today, so I don't have that one for today. So we'll send it out. I'm sorry. I know it's Jessica's birthday, but other than that, I'm not sure who else it is out there. That's it. Reminder that $149,000 is your target to make the path to Centurion with Masters Ruby. So shoot for $149,000 in gross commission or 31 closed units to become an award winner. Joe Diener said median home price in March rose to $335,000 in Hillsborough County. It was $305,000 in February. So that's a 10% increase in average price over 1 month. Insane. I was talking about the people from Malibu that I did the boat tour with Kalani on Saturday. They are renting a 2,000 square foot house in Malibu, not near the beach or the water, for $5,000 a month. So they come here, they're qualified for $1.2 million. What can they get for $1.2 million here? They can't get a 2,000 square foot house for $1.2 million. It would have to be bigger. So they're looking at 4,000 square foot waterfront homes in Mirror Bay for $1.2 million versus renting in Malibu for $2,000 a month. So that house in Mirror Bay was not worth $1.2 million last month. It's probably worth $900,000. But now that these out-of-state people are coming in with different ideals and different values, they're seeing the market with different eyes. So when I say, when I see through John Smith's eyes, then I see what John Smith buys. John Smith is coming from California in Malibu, paying $5,000 a month to rent a 2,000 square foot pine box. And he's going to come to Mirror Bay and get a waterfront home with a pool and a spa and a screen room and all that stuff in 4,000 square feet. Hold on, guys. We live in a metropolis that is just going to grow like crazy. So get involved, get the listing side of the transaction, and you're going to be so profitable. It's ridiculous and can push the buttons. Any closing words, Jeff? We're about to 9:30.
No, just take advantage of this market, guys. It's not going to last, and you're going to build amazing wealth this quarter. So make Q2 the time. This is the time, guys. Just have some fun with it. Let us know what we can do to help. But I'm going to go get as much inventory as humanly possible for all of us to sell. And I hope you guys do the same thing, because this is the time. The golden era of real estate, we're living in it right now.
That's true. Back to my stats. Quarter one, about 560 closings. Quarter one is usually our worst quarter of the year. January and February suck rocks which we did suck, but we suck so much less this year than we did last year. I mean, it's almost not even recognizable how little we sucked this quarter. But 560, I would say a normal quarter would be 300 and something closings. Very, very awesome. Randomly, January usually really sucks. Like we do less than $1 million in commission. We did almost $2 million every month this quarter with 560 closings. And quarter 2 and 3 are our best quarters traditionally. So if we did that well in quarter 1, hold on tight for quarter 2 and quarter 3. And just looking at the amount of listings we're taking and having them sell as quickly as they are, insane. Did you notice a stat? There's 1.03 million homes for sale in the US. That's it. How many real estate agents are there in the US? 1.3 million. There's more real estate agents than there are homes for sale. Get that through your head. And we know half of the agents do nothing. So even then we have 800,000, 650,000 agents to fight for 1 million listings. If you can get a listing, you are a rock star. Focus on it. Use, leverage the company, leverage the brand, leverage yourself, and have a fantastic week. All right. That's all I got today. Thanks, guys. Happy Tuesday.